Hello, and what you're looking at here is a 1974 Honda Elsinore CR125. This was the first year that Honda produced the Elsinore model in the 125 class. It was an evolution in motocross history really with this bike. It had a chromoly frame and weighed in around 180 pounds while producing anywhere between 16 and 19 horsepower depending on what mods and hop-ups were used back in the day. This bike I bought as a roller and just completed the 4-month restoration. It's been all updated with new plastic from AMS Racing out of Arizona. The plastic is near perfect to original. The only difference is it's darker gray in color. So either you have to paint it to match the proper colors of the bike or paint the tank to match the plastic, which I chose to do because this is a racer. The number plates and side panels have all been painted with the expert green color, digitally matched to the original panels and then covered over with 16mm vinyl. Handlebars are Renthal and they are the vintage style DG air caps on the 31mm forks. It has Racetech springs within the forks and they are near mint condition, cleaned up really well on the buffer. Satin black hubs, powder coated with new NOS spokes, Geomax tires, new CR flap. Tank was professionally painted to match the plastic, and to the trained eye most people will notice that the top has been cleared over, which I wanted. This is a racer. I didn't want to run with just the flat expert green on the top of the tank. So I chose to clear over the whole tank in order to keep it from getting scratched up. The seat is all brand new, including the pan, cover, and foam off eBay. Again, the panels came from AMS Racing as well as the unifilter in behind. Motor has been ported, polished, and rebuilt top to bottom. It's got a DG head sporting a Circle F exhaust system from Kevin Fell out of Texas, sold by AMS Racing. Also updated the stock foot pegs to give more presence with the solution that's offered by AMS Racing. And these pegs fit right on within 2 or 3 minutes and all your existing hardware will work. The kickstart is an aftermarket I bought on eBay. A gentleman sells it out there. And it's actually a pretty nice product. And what I like about it, it locks into place and stays where you want it, not coming out and hitting you on the leg. All new cables and axles and spacers. Everything on this bike is pretty well either NOS, aftermarket, or new. I'm running Fox Air shocks, 4.5 inches of travel, and can reduce it to 4 inches with spacers if I do race armor regulation rules. The rear wheel has been powder coated satin black, and again new NOS spokes and Geomax tires. The bike turned out really well, and I'm very impressed in how light these bikes are. You can pick it up off the ground quite easily by yourself. At 180 pounds it doesn't take too much. Now the chromoly frame has been powder coated and it's called wet black. It's a new color to the guy that does it here where I live, and it turned out perfect. I'm very pleased with it. What I did do with the swing arm is, since it's chromoly, I did buff it down to the original bare metal, clear coated it with 1500 degree temperature paint, and then put it back to the bike with new bushings, bronze light bushings. One modification I did make here, you'll see I took the stock chain guide off and created one of my own, a pre-tension chain loader. And what that does is keeps tension on the chain throughout the entire movement of the shock movement, so your pivot point. And with that, the chain always has tension on it. You can see the spring load work. These bikes back in the day were notorious with a 428 chain of kicking them off. And when that happened, it either cracked the cases or bunged up in there and took your engine out. So by putting this this chain guide on that I designed, it eliminates that. And hopefully I won't have that issue. I didn't want to upgrade this bike to the 520 chain. I wanted to leave it 428 to keep the power consumption at the point where with my extra weight that it wasn't going to interfere. The shifter has been pre-drilled to allow, if it crashes or hits the ground, it will snap versus bending the shifter point. All new chain sprockets on it. I do have a 30mm Mikuni carb, and that will be going on at next phase. I just have to get time to do that. I am running an exhaust guard on this bike because of being a down pipe. I didn't want to bash the pipe in while racing it over the doubles and any rocks that are on the track. The tank turned out flawless. I'm very pleased with it. The painter here locally, DL's Auto Body, did that for me, and with a bunch of digital photos we were able to capture all the measurements and points where everything had to go, and a lot of that information is out on the Honda Elsinore website. Well, I hope you enjoy the video. This is the second one that I've produced and put out on YouTube of my restoration, Honda restorations. First one was of my 77 Mugen XR75, and the third bike that I'm going to be working on is a 73 CR125. So look forward to doing that restoration over 2012, and I'll post that up as soon as I complete it. Hope you enjoy the vid. Take care.